Hey everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about the Beats Flex earphones versus the AirPods that you see right here. I'll be going over which one should you actually choose, and I'll be giving you an honest comparison of both of these options. Let's get right into the video. So first and foremost, I got both of these with my own money. So this is going to be basically as unbiased as possible. The only difference is that I got these a long while ago and I got these a little while ago. Also, on a side note, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. I'm actually wearing my wife's shoes right now. So I'm in the basement bathroom. I'm sitting on the floor, literally, and it's really cold. So my feet were freezing. My shoes are upstairs, and I didn't want to go disturb my wife. My wife is putting some of the kids to bed right now. I didn't want to go disturb her or anything up there. So I just grabbed her shoes from the basement. These are her workout shoes, and she's about half a size smaller than me, so my feet are absolutely killing me right now. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. There are essentially 5 main points that I want to cover. I'm going to try and keep it, relatively under 5 minutes if possible, this video, so let's strive for that. And then there's some additional things that I just want to talk about with regards to my experience with both sets of headphones/earphones. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the battery life. Now, when I listen to these, both of these options, sometimes I'll listen to them at full blast, sometimes I'll listen to them at low volume, depending on the situation. So I really exercise the battery utilization by listening to them at full blast, from time to time. Quite often, I would say. It all depends. If I'm working out or doing some work outside around the house, and I'm not, I don't have any responsibilities around me, if my wife is with the kids, or if I'm alone, or whatever the case is, then basically, I'm going to listen to them at full blast. So I've really experienced the full capacity of the battery life of both of these. I will say the Beats Flex have a super long battery life compared to the AirPods, but the AirPods charge in the case. So the Beats Flex have a longer battery life, but you have to charge them at home all the time. Whereas the AirPods have a little bit of a shorter battery life, a decently shorter battery life, but then they charge in the case and you get multiple charges in the case as well. So it's kind of a coin toss, but you have to carry the case around to charge it in the case. But I carry my case around anyways because that's where I store them. So just something to keep in mind, but it's sort of like a pro and a con of both of them, okay? The second thing that I want to talk about is the cost, okay? The Beats Flex earphones are way cheaper than the AirPods. The AirPods were significantly more expensive. So if you're looking for a budget option, this is the one to go for. If you have some more money to spend, this is probably going to be your better option. The third thing that I want to talk about is the connectivity/signal strength. Basically, when I've used both of these on the same device, obviously not at the same time, but different times, I've never experienced any connectivity issues with either sets of headphones. I don't have a mansion or a massive house, but my house is big enough that, some cheaper headphones would definitely start clipping if I, left my device on one end of the house and I was walking to the other end of the house. So with that being said, if I was doing work outside, walking from the front to the back of the house, blah, blah, blah. With that being said, and, generally speaking, I wouldn't leave my device outside, not like on my like in my pocket or on my person, I should say. But if I did do it from time to time, basically, I've never experienced clipping with either of these. That's the short version of it. So it's a toss-up. They both win in the sense of signal strength and connectivity, okay? Also, random side note again, there's actually a pretty big spider in the corner. Not big, but it's long legs. I think it's a daddy long legs in the corner, and it looks like it's staring at me, and it's crawling a little bit in my direction. So I'm going to speed this up even more so because I'm getting a little bit scared over here. It's behind me, so I don't know. It's still I'd say a solid 14 feet away, maybe 12, 14 feet away, but I'm going to speed this up, okay? Number 4, I don't want to get that spider on me. Ugh, it's happened before. It's not pleasant. All right, it's just not for me. I won't judge you if you like spiders crawling on you, but it's not for me. Number 4, the fourth thing that I want to talk about is that the AirPods are truly wireless. Your AirPods are literally 2 completely separate earphones that just go in your ear, whereas the Beats Flex are somewhat wireless. They don't have to be plugged into the device, but they are connected. So there are pros and cons to both of those things, but definitely understand that these are truly wireless. These are pretty much wireless, I would call them, okay? The fifth thing that I want to talk about is that the AirPods are definitely easier to lose. So the reason that I chose baby blue headphones for the Beats Flex is because I have 4 young kids. So whenever I leave something anywhere in the house or around the house or outside of the house, it gets moved around, tossed around, who knows, right? You know what it's like if you have young kids. They just take everything, they move them around. It's all love though, it's all good. But I got these baby blue ones, so I literally, they're basically impossible to lose. Because look at the length of them, number 1, and number 2, the color of them. Whereas the AirPods, I always leave them in the case because they allow me to keep them contained. But if I was to leave them like this, you know, like one of my kids could just toss this in the garbage or the recycling or whatever. Easily, really, really easy. They could toss it in a toy bin and it'll be lost for a long time. Now there are location. There are ways to locate your AirPods. So that's a good thing for sure. And that works well. I've used it before. But with that being said, I've used it a long time ago. It's been a long time. I don't know, you know, with any updates, what sort of new methods have been created to locate them, but I used it a long time ago. I think it vibrated, if I remember, so you could faintly hear it. But you have to be within range of it. But, you know, with that being said, the AirPods are definitely much more easy to lose, much easier to lose. Now, with all those points in mind, there are pros and cons of each. I will say this. The sound quality is very similar for both, but the volume is significantly louder in the AirPods. When I'm listening with the Beats Flex earphones, you know, the sound quality is great, but they don't go super loud. Whereas when I'm listening with the AirPods, the sound quality is also great, but they go super loud. They go much louder. So, you know, I got them both because, like, when I'm doing stuff around the house, I like to wear these. They're just a little bit more discreet. I can easily take them out, blah, blah, blah. But when I'm working out or doing work outside in the yard or housework, I like to wear these because, you know, it would be very easy for me if I was installing a piece of drywall, if I'm doing a renovation or something, to lose one of these in the process of installing drywall. Very, very easy. This is going to be much harder. And then if this gets buried in the wall, well, good luck. It's staying there forever until the next person comes and does the renovation, or my wife asks me to renovate the room again. Whatever the case, whichever one comes first. So at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to Beats Flex versus AirPods, there's sort of pros and cons of each. And basically, I just wanted to sort of go over the pros and cons so you can decide which one should you choose, which one is best for you. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.